Hey guys, Jeffrey from Headstrong Training Systems here. So today we'll be taking a look at the bench press, and in particular the topic that I want to address is how we find our most optimal foot placement for leg drive in the bench press. So just going over some basics that we've talked about in the past. So when we're talking about optimal foot placement, what we're really talking about is the position for our feet, which allows us to most recruit from our legs, and the position that we can really drive and create the most leg drive power from. Because if we're too tucked in under, if we've got our feet very close to our head, yes, it might feel like our quads are on fire and the quads are really being recruited, but right now the quads have been shortened so much that I can't really drive, and I can't really drive force upwards, and the only force I'm creating is going down. And if I'm going down, if I'm creating leg drive pressure going down into the floor, my rear is going to come up. And no, yes, I'm creating pressure and I'm creating leg drive, but it's not in the direction of force that I need. On the other hand, if I've got my feet too far away, then I'm not in an advantageous position to most efficiently recruit leg drive and create power. So the cue or the tip that I like to use to help lifters find their most optimal leg drive, foot placement for leg drive, is to think about when they set up. When they set up with leg drive, to push themselves in the most optimal position, and then you have to try to self-unrack. You're going to put your feet in a position where you can generate the most power and generate the most amount of stability and leverage to then perform the unrack. I've got my feet very far away, and then from here you can see I can barely get my lower body up, and I've got no leverage. I'm not in a leverage position to unrack this barbell at higher loads. And vice versa, if I've got my feet very tucked under me, and I'm trying to unrack in this position, yes, I'm getting my lower body up, but I don't feel any translation into my upper body to unrack. So the tip that I want to talk about in finding your optimal foot placement is essentially you're trying to self-unrack. You're trying to think that you need to perform a self-unrack, and you need to get into a position where you're able to feel most stable and you're able to generate most force from the lower body and generate rigidity, so maintain rigidity. So you find that position, then you can unrack, and you set your feet down, and this is usually where you'll be most advantageous to perform the movement from. So that's all from me today, guys. Hopefully that was helpful for you, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.